As a nonprofit leader, if you have ever felt like you are shouting into the void trying to connect with your donors, you are not alone and you are in the right place. We are going to talk about donor segmentation today. Understanding your donors is really the foundation of personalizing your communication with them and increasing their support with your organization. So today, if you are interested in diving deep into individual donors, their preferences, and how to create personalized messaging for them, then stay tuned as we talk all about donor segmentation. We're going to talk about what it is, why it's important, and how to create it. All right, so what is donor segmentation? It's really a powerful strategy that you can employ at your nonprofit to tailor your communication and engage with your donors more effectively. We're going to take the broad audience of our donors and we're going to break them into smaller groups or segmentation. These segments often will share similar characteristics. They can often be created for what matters most to your individual donors. So thinking about this, we can look at the amount that your donors donate, the frequency of their donations, their interests in your organizations, their preferences, whether it's to your programs or their communication channels, or even age groups. You can pick what's most important for your organization and your donors and create these smaller groups based on your segmentations. Now that we know what segmentation is, let's talk about why it's important. One of the reasons is it streamlines your personalization. You can craft personalized connection points with your donors. When people feel connected and you personalize your interactions with them, they're more likely to support your organization and engage with your organization. It leads to stronger donor relationships. Donors who feel connected to your nonprofit's mission are more likely to continue giving, supporting, and engaging with your organization. I think all of us want to feel like we're a part of something bigger, not like we're just a number in the crowd. So that is why it's important to, 1, segment out information about your donors, and 2, use that donor segmentation to streamline your personalization in your interactions with your contacts. Donor segmentation also helps your retention rates of your donors. It empowers your organization with insights into your donors' giving, and then you can use that insight to communicate with them and drastically increase your retention rates. Why is it important to increase your retention rates? Because acquiring new donors costs up to 5 times more than retaining the donations and donors that you already have. Almost 40 to 45% of your donors will consider continuing giving to your nonprofit once they've given that first-time gift. Understanding this donor data really plays an essential role in improving your retention rates. Again, we all want to feel like your organization cares about us and our donation, and that's really through personalization. It's actually shown to increase donor retention rates by up to 10% when you're personalizing the interaction with your donors and their preferences. All right, now that we know why donor segmentation is important, let's look at creating it and using it in your nonprofit organization. A couple different areas where you can segment is by donor giving, really looking at how a donor gives and then the recurring versus one-time, monthly versus annual, and even the donation amounts. So a great segmentation is first-time donors, donors who have given their very first gift to your organization. Then you might want to look at your recurring donors, those monthly or annual givers who are supporting you on an ongoing basis. Your interaction and your communication with these two different groups will be different and should be different in how you're communicating with them. Also look at major donors. The first step is to talk about in your organization what is a major gift and find those major donors and segment out your conversations and interactions with them. And another important group is that lapsed donor, donors who have given to you in the past, but not recently. First, again, you have to decide what is a lapsed donor. Is it after a year, 24 months, 48 months? Once you know your criteria for a lapsed donor, you can segment that group into people who have cared about your organization and donated to you, but not recently. You may want to reach out to them and tell them about the impact their past gifts have made and some new programming that you're looking to get donations for, perhaps to support something new and exciting in your organization as well. Donations aren't the only thing that's important to our nonprofits. We all know this. So some segmentation by involvement can also be really beneficial to your organization. Volunteer hours are a lot of times just as important as that monetary donation. People may not be able to give monetarily, but they give of their time, which is just as important. So segment by volunteering, even event attendance, galas, classes, sessions, whatever your organization provides. Track who is attending these events and then segment that information. And then also program giving. What part of your mission or your program is important to specific donors? If someone, gave to your building campaign, you may want to update them on that progress. If they're supporting a specific program and you have an update about that, you want to be able to pull that group of people who have supported that program and send them an update. These targeted messages with segmentation and personalization is so important. And also looking at your donors' preferences, looking at how they prefer to give. Do they like to give online, monthly, annually? Do they like to mail in a check? Do they always attend your gala and give? Are they year-end donors? When do your donors prefer to give and how do they like to give? And then also looking at communication preference. If somebody likes to mail in a check to your organization or drop it off at their desk, maybe sending them an email asking them to give online might not be the best message. I might tell my nephew how to give differently than I would tell my grandparents. So thinking even about age groups and their preference for giving, how they like to communicate via text, phone call, letter. It's all important and really easy to personalize your targeted messages to your donors. So these are just a few ideas by donor giving, involvement with your organization, and also about donor preference. Thank you for joining us today again at our Donor Doc Training Academy. Happy to talk about donor segmentation with you today. Remember that donor segmentation is simply breaking down your broader audience into smaller groups based on characteristics. It's important because our donors want to feel important and like you are personalizing and streamlining your targeted messages to your donors. And with that, it helps you retain your donors, help with engagement, and really even get new donors to be involved in your organization. So use that donor segmentation. Thank you again for joining us. If you have additional questions or you want some more nonprofit tips, tricks, and resources, subscribe to our channel and check out our videos too. Thank you.